a sell the news event. Once he's inaugurated, the market will go down. But don't worry, I will tell you also exactly what's going to happen straight afterwards. Let's go. Okay, the camera is working. So let me just go quick here to my phone to pull up the chat for you guys. Just a second. I do this here. I'm really happy that so many of you showed up here again. I had a look earlier and so many of you were already waiting. Don't forget to smash up the like button again. Really, really important, especially on a day like that when I haven't streamed for 2 days because I was partying. Sorry. I had to do it. I had no other choice. You know, my friends and everything. But I had an amazing time, if that gives you any comfort, while I was not here. And now I actually see the chat. So let's directly go here into the markets because I have actually to go again somewhere else. So I have to try to keep it short here. So the DXY today is rallying a little bit to the upside. That should be a warning sign for you guys. And in the sense of when he wait, I want to refresh that chart because I have the feeling that it got stuck here. No, the US market is not open yet, so that's the issue. So I expect here that the DXY will keep continuing to go higher here today, and that will put pressure on risk on assets, and that's why you saw already a pre-market dump in the crypto space before the US market actually opened. So, and I believe that this will continue through the day. So when we are looking then into Bitcoin, of course we got a new all-time high today, but remember what I told you. I told you the other day, expect that we go higher, but I'm not buying in that pump. So what I actually did, I closed my positions. I did it a little bit too prematurely, to be honest, because I could have made a little bit more profit, but I just felt comfortable to take profit where I had taken profit and was absolutely fine with that because I achieved the goal that I intended with my ZoomX account, and we're going to talk about also this in a moment. So here on the weekly chart, you see that we are getting really, really close now to our target here of $113,927, and then this trade would be completed. If you followed this trade over the last 2 weeks, then you would be up here currently 13%, and at the all-time high you would have been up 16%. Now, if you would have traded this with 10, 20x leverage, you can go and figure out how much money you would have made, but easy over 100% here, or even 300% actually on 16% and 20x leverage. So, and this will just continue. So, but expect here today that we come a little bit lower, and then you're going to see another move here to the upside past $110,000. When we're going into the 4-hourly chart, then you see here right now the new resistance that has formed. We broke through the underlying resistance here at $102,400, successfully retested the EMA ribbon before we got here that move to the upside, and now the next resistance is actually here at $108,300 roughly, and that resistance comes from the prior all-time high that we had more or less exactly a month ago. So that's why we only wicked above that. Now we are below that. Expect that the next 4-hourly candle potentially comes a little bit lower again, but there might be a small chance that we're actually going above and then only come back down. So, but again, I will not get scammed from that move above here. I wait until we get a proper pullback, most likely close to the EMA ribbon again, around $104,000, $105,000, and there I feel comfortable to build a new position. But I will only enter with a really small amount, just in case that we move a little bit lower over the next coming days. So I will be here really, really cautious and not aggressive at all to make sure that the position that I'm building is a position that I can keep again for a couple of weeks running without having a sleepless night. When we're going here into the MDX algo scalp gradients, then also here I can tell you that sell signal and immediately another buy signal is usually also not a good indicator when you see something like this, and here on the reactor indicator, we got also our first bearish divergence in that sell signal. And that usually means that you're gonna get here another scam move to the upside. Like I said, potentially over $110,000. But then you're gonna get two bearish divergences here. And you're gonna see that they connect again with a line. And then you're gonna see the reactor indicator turning down and price does this. So, and exactly for that reason, I'm super cautious here. When we're going then to my ZoomX account, so I did not close this because I wanted to show you, or to show that to you guys. Actually, this is not live data anymore, besides the actual profit that you see. So on Bitcoin, when I closed the trade, it was actually $220,000. If it would be still open, it would be now $253,000. And the Solana trade, $330,000, but I closed it at $520,000 in profit. And at that time, the account was sitting at $641,000. So, but if I go now to the live account, you see I have no position open anymore. I can also refresh it for you that you actually see that. But now the account sits at over $1 million. That was the goal that I wanted to achieve with that account, and I have done it. It took me 2 months, and almost one time I was really close to potentially go all the way back to $100,000 when the account was at $500,000. But in the end, it all worked out. And that is just to show you that you can make $1 million here in this market if you are dedicated and you know what you are doing. So, and for that reason, guys, go to ZoomX if you want to trade the next potential account to $1 million or just 10x. You know, it doesn't matter if you take $1,000, $10,000. 1,000 turns into 10,000, 10,000 into 100,000, or here 100,000 into $1 million. You know, it doesn't matter. So what I'm going to do is I move all that money out into spot, and then I will go in again with like maybe $10,000 this time, you know, and turn this into 100, and from 100 again into $1 million. So, and you can just follow simply the trades that I publicly give you on YouTube. The only thing that you need is a ZoomX account. There is a link in the description for that. You get $45,000 worth of deposit bonuses, and there is a new competition right now going on where you compete with your country against another country. So also for that, I will leave after the stream a link in the description. So just check that out later. Now, when we're going into the liquidation levels, then here we have almost cleaned everything up that was above us. And what does that mean, guys? We need to come back down to take out the highly leveraged liquidity that's sitting slightly below $100,000. So that would be the usual and the logical step to do. But I believe that the same thing, what happened up here, is going to happen where these over-leveraged long positions just going to close these positions in the massive profit that they have banked before risking getting liquidated or stopped out at break even or something like that. So, but on the way down, the next major level that I'm looking at is actually here again $103,000 roughly. So that might be the next stop for Bitcoin on the way to the downside. And if but this is actually the worst case scenario. So, and the best case scenario would be here $105,000, $105,400, something like that. So I believe when Bitcoin turns around, somewhere in between we are going to consolidate a little bit, and then you get the next major leg to the upside. But first, of course, like I said earlier, up potentially, then we come down, then you get this, bam, back to the upside. When we're going then into the liquidation heat map, also here you see above us is basically no liquidity anymore. So the market has to go somewhere where they can get fuel for the next leg to the upside. So right now you see also here that is around the 100, just below the $105,000 level. There is at least a little bit of liquidity. Let's see how that looks here over the last 3 days. There, yeah. So you see we could go all the way up to like $110,000 roughly to take out everything here, and that is conclusive with what I said. You know, first to move down, and then we come back to the downside to take out what is lying here below us currently, and then we're gonna get that final move. Here on my Bybit account, I forgot to log in here again. Shit. Okay, doesn't matter. So my Bitcoin trade here is also closed I also closed my Bitcoin trade here in profit earlier. And the Coty trade is still running, but also this will finally soon turn into a profit, guys. And don't forget, guys, if you sign up on Bybit right now, you still get this amazing card. I spent the whole weekend with that card. Everything what I did was through the card, and it was amazing because I could just spend my USDT, whatever I had on the card, I could spend. And that was something that I really liked over the weekend because my bank card, a friend of mine blocked my bank card, that I left for my friend to go spend with that. Entered 3 times the wrong PIN, couldn't use my normal bank card anymore, and for that reason I have always the Bybit crypto card. Now, when we're going into the Bitcoin dominance, let's have a look here. So, of course, the dominance is raging here back to the upside, simply because Bitcoin made a new all-time high and is still pushing here to go higher, but nothing really changed here. As long as we are not breaking this lower high, it doesn't matter where we are going to stop here with the dominance. We could go technically all the way up to like 59.75%, and the overall trajectory would be still to the downside. So here I'm not concerned, and we should also not forget that the inauguration of a president in a bull run has always led to a massive altcoin run. So potentially the next 48 hours might be a little bit shaky, but afterwards, after that, we should finally see altcoins turning around and giving us major gains with the dominance falling like a stone. The total free market cap is also still following here the overall trajectory. I've just adjusted this a little bit because we broke a little bit higher out than what I anticipated, but overall it's still the same. So here I'm not sure if here that low point down here might be the lowest that we get, but if it was this here, then also here there might be a little bit more consolidation within that box, and then you're gonna get the lift off to the upside. Ethereum is acting honestly a little bit like a stable coin. That's what I want to say, like a stable coin, which is unfortunate, even though Trump has bought with his meme coin $20 million and again another $28 million worth of Ethereum. That has led to a small pump, but then it was again immediately more or less somebody else dumped on us. So here on the 4-hourly chart, we still have a little bit more juice to go higher. I just want to remove that, but the RSI is not looking good currently because we are still below that Fibonacci golden ratio here that is acting as a major resistance, and together with that downward sloping trend line, putting a lot of pressure on the Ethereum price to move here actually higher. But once we are getting through this here and we establish support above the golden ratio, from there we're also going to see really quickly a move in direction of the $4,000 mark. So right now I would not look for an entry here in Ethereum because, like I said, so if Bitcoin takes a dump today just after Trump is inaugurated, then Ethereum will also feel it again, and Solana is going to feel it. Everything is going to feel it. So, and you might get a chance actually to buy somewhere here, $3,100, $3,200. So if you want to set limit orders to either add to your trade or open a new Ethereum trade, these are the levels that I would be looking at. So if you don't get them, then that's also fine. So then the next level that you buy is here within that golden ratio and above the downward sloping trend line. Then Solana came already. So I actually moved this box a little bit higher from the original place where it was because I did not anticipate that we moved so quickly, so high for Solana. So now we basically came here one time already into this box, but I believe that we are coming one more time to the downside and either only touch it briefly or step here one more time in it. And if we come here really into like kind of the mid-range of that box, which is between $219 and $238, then you're also going to see here some consolidation before you get the next leg to the upside above $300 then actually. But the Elliott wave has actually now completed. as you can see here, the 5-wave count, this here was the 5th wave. So basically here, this whole move, that was your real 5th wave here to the upside. I actually need here to go and adjust this, because this is also, this was lower low than this one. And then you have here your 5th wave, which is slightly higher than the 3rd wave, and therefore confirming that the 5-wave count has now played out. So now we should have a corrective wave. Let me just see, where is this here? Wave ABCD. So here could be that we're looking here at something like this. So there you have your ABC. And that would also make sense in terms of coming here back into the box before we then get that next impulse move back to the upside. So if you're looking to build a new Solana position with juicy entries, I would place them between $219, $239. That would be the levels where I would stack my limit orders. And again, if this is not going to happen and we are turning around for whatever reason, then you have two levels that you can have a look at. Either you buy above $270, or when we come back down here to that trend line at $247. So these are the two levels that I would be looking out for if we are not getting here a massive move straight into that green box. So if there is a move coming to the downside, it will be straight into that green box. And if that 4-hourly candle is not getting into that green box and is staying above $248, then this is where I would go and open a trade. But of course, again, not with all your money, guys. Really, really important. I saw in the Telegram group some people got again liquidated with all their portfolio, guys, and they're now sidelined in that bull run. You know, you don't want to end up in that situation. So make sure that you don't use more than like 10-20% of the position size, the total position size that you want to go in with. So what I mean by that is if you want to spend like $1,000 on a Solana trade, in total, use $100-$200 to get into the trade. Let then everything settle. And if you feel comfortable then to add a little bit more, you keep adding $100-$200 until you're fully allocated, and then you let it ride, you know. So, but you don't go straight with $1,000, which is all the money that you have, into that trade and get liquidated, you know. So that's why I'm telling you, do it step by step to make sure that you have actually dry powder on the side that you can add to trades if they start to turn red, and especially when you're going to see here a move like that to the downside, and you want to have money to actually make sure that you can dollar cost average your liquidation price close or below $200. Now Sui is also still fighting with this downward sloping trend line, but once that trend line is broken, I can, and also here a move above the golden ratio, Sui will start flying straight to $6 and beyond that. So currently you have two levels that you can look at if you want to build a position or add to a position. The first one would be back down here at $4.37. And the next one is when we break the downward sloping trend line, and it would be currently around $4.93, 94, something like that. From these levels, I would open a position. If you're a little bit risk adverse and you have itchy fingers, then you could also start nibbling here at around $4.73, so which is right now roughly 3% above the current price. Next one is TON. TON, same story, downward sloping trend line since the beginning of December. Once the trend line is broken and you see here a move into that green box here where we establish support, then you also get the next leg to the upside in the direction of $7. So here, same thing, you wait for the break of the trend line to get in. If that's not happening and we go a little bit lower, then what you're looking for is another green box all the way down here. From $4.45 to $4.77. This is what you're looking for. Then injective. Actually, I need to change that color. So injective is actually really close here at $22.37. We're at $22.77, so that would be just 2% move to the downside. So also here I would start to put like 10% into a trade, not more, to see if this level is holding when we come down to it. If it's not holding, then we might come down close to like $21.50, $21.30, something like that. And otherwise, I need actually to, come on. So here, there, yeah, there we go. There. So in case that we go first up, then again above the trend line around $24.27, that's where you want to enter. I'm not going into meme coins, guys. I give you a stupid example. Look what happened with Baron. You know, somebody launched Baron, everybody got rocked. You know, so I don't know where the price is now, but there was one guy that lost $1 million in 2 hours. That's why I'm not trading meme coins, guys. So, but let me see, how long are we on that stream already? Yeah, so it was for now a short stream. You can each post one time, one coin. Don't post again multiple times, and I'm gonna have a look, guys. Okay, let's have a look at Link. Where's Link here? Ah, there's Link. Yeah, so if you followed here from a couple days ago what I told you guys, then you would have had an amazing opportunity to buy here in that box before we got the lift off, because you would have been up here like 7-8% currently, 11.5% from that box. So that would be still juicy. So if you are still in a Link trade, I believe you can keep it. You know, so I would not go and do anything with that Link trade. What I would maybe do is adjust my stop loss halfway. So somewhere here, like at $24.74, that is where I would set a stop loss if you actually caught that trade in that box here, only then. So, or if you did it actually below that, you know, so below the box, the same thing, just set your stop loss here at $24.74. In the worst case, you get stopped out in profits. In the best case, it keeps going all the way up here to at least $29. There, I would expect that we get a rejection, come back down here to the top side of all these wicks that we have put in over the last 24 hours, consolidate here, and then you get a push into $31 and even higher than that. So let me have a look here. What I see. Let's see. Okay, XRP was 2 times, so I'm gonna do a quick XRP. I have also still an XRP trade, so we'll be a little bit selfish here. That looks to me like that we're getting continuation. So because here we have broken that downward sloping trend line already, that has built up over the last 4 days. So if here, yeah, no, this looks like this is definitely going higher. Let's see, candles, they are all below us. Yeah, no. So XRP is close to go again into price discovery, at least on the Bybit chart. So here you have to understand something, guys. XRP has not made a new all-time high yet. I saw across my timeline on Twitter, everybody saying, oh, XRP all-time high, all-time high. No, the last all-time high was at $3.52, $3.62, 63, something like that. You know, XRP is not at a new all-time high yet. So for that reason, I'm still waiting for that move here to $3.50 or $3.63, wherever it was. You can look it up on CoinMarketCap, or you just go to Bitstamp or Kraken, because they're, let's actually look. Let's look at, I think Coinbase, where was it listed first? I think it was Kraken. Kraken was one of the first ones that had it. Yeah. So here. Okay, on Kraken I put in a new all-time high. But I was there when it happened in 2017, 18, and I know that it was over $3.50, $3.60 something. So maybe it was on Bitstamp. Also lower than that. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. I think I'm not wrong, but I could be wrong because this was like fucking 8 years ago, you know. So, but I'm pretty sure it was $3.50, $3.63, something like that. So, okay, if I'm wrong, okay, then we put in here new all-time high. And in that case, I believe that we are going to see soon another expansion phase. If that's the case, another expansion phase close to $4 for XRP. So, and if I would be looking to open a new position, I would do it here from that zone. So I would not do it right now, just because the price is sitting exactly at that line here. I would wait that it comes just a little bit lower than that, to like $3.24, $3.22, something like that, or even back to the trend line, and then pushes again to the upside. Let's have a look here on the higher time frames quick. Yeah, RSI wants to push higher, MACD still flying, stochastic potentially turning around. This looks for me like that this will, yeah, this will keep flying, guys. This will keep flying. If there's nothing crazy happening, then this will keep flying to the upside. So I'm gonna do one or two more. Oh, that's so sweet, you know, and because I'm a noob, I have $1 million in my ZoomX account. How much do you have? Oh, let's see here. I almost forgot you. Rotolash. I think I pronounced it right. So let's have a look at TIA. So TIA. TIA looks honestly like a shitcoin right now. This is on a 12-hourly chart. Also on a 4-hourly chart. Let's look here on the daily chart. This looks not good for TIA. So I can actually extend here the line a little bit. So as long as TIA is below that downward sloping trend line, it will keep trending to the downside. So there's no doubt in my mind, the next move will be back here into that green underlying order block where we have a lot of buy orders here, $337 million worth of buy orders. That is most likely the target here if we're not breaking soon above the downward sloping trend line. And right now, the stochastic RSI is going down on the daily. On the 12-hourly, it doesn't look good. And here also the RSI is going down. And on the 4-hourly, the RSI is going down. And the MACD is also bearish. And that the stochastic is flying here is just a really bad sign. So that looks more like continuation to the downside. So I'm gonna look here. One more, guys. Let's see here. Nope. Let's see. Okay, Litecoin. Let's have a look at Litecoin. Litecoin. So I actually saw Litecoin flying. I think it was 2 days ago after I did the stream that it started flying like crazy here, back to like $140. Remember, guys, the target for Litecoin is $400. And I think, no, we did not take out that high here yet. Let's have a look here. Let's have a look. Okay, so here, the next move for Litecoin, first step, break $129, and it will be tough. You know, it will be really tough for Litecoin to get through this because of these huge sell orders that are here between $154 and $134. You can see there's like a total of $755 million a little bit more, $757 million worth of sell orders stacked up here, and that is currently holding the price down. But once we're starting to eat into this, most likely with a consolidation, slowly grinding through these levels, and you get in between some pullbacks, you know, when we do this every single time. But this is fine, you know, so but once we are through that, you're gonna see that we are flying really quickly here to $222. So if you wanna load up on Litecoin, on spot you can technically start buying right now. For a leverage position, I would potentially wait a little bit. So because here, let's see. Yeah, I would wait another 8 to 12 hours. Would look again at the stochastic RSI on 12 hours, how this looks like, where the price is. If the price is still above $112 and not above $130, then I would open it with a small amount, a Litecoin trade. So guys, I have to run because my battery is also dying here from my laptop really soon. About the giveaway on Bybit, guys, I did not forget about it. You know, so I just forgot over the weekend about it because I was fucked up from that festival. And 1 second, how much battery do I still have? 8%. I'm gonna show you really quick one video before I go, a short one. Let's see what's with this here. I know this is this. 1 second, I want to show you how amazing it was. But I need to find a nice video for this. This is from the day before. What was yesterday? Oh, this might have been good. And also, because I don't want to get copyright striked, I have to be careful to not show too much. So just that you see the craziness of where I was. So yeah. Come on, play. Come on. Fuck. Give it to me again. Sorry, guys. So where was it now? This. No. It was insane. We had so much fun there, you cannot imagine. So guys, I have to run. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget, smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I see you, I hope, with bigger